Hey everyone, this is going to be my Game of Thrones Season 8 Cersei video. I'm going to talk about how her storyline is going to progress in this final season. So careful for spoilers, and also, please keep in mind that these predictions are not 100% accurate. If you're still on board, then let's get started. A very young Cersei received a prophecy about her children and herself. Maggie the Frog told her that all of her children would die prematurely. Just like she said, all of Cersei's children are dead, but apparently she is pregnant again. If that's the case, then Cersei is either headed for a miscarriage, or the baby will be stillborn. The next theory is that Cersei is going to have a hard time feeding her army and the people, because King's Landing is going to face food shortage problems. The capital city completely relies on the Reach for food supply.
Provisions, so this city might survive the winter. 1 million bushels of wheat, 500,000 bushels each of barley, oats, and rye. 20,000 head of cattle, 50,000 sheep.
That's why back in Season 7, Cersei ordered Jaime to seize Highgarden and confiscate all the wealth. After successfully conducting the siege, the Lannister forces started their march back to King's Landing. This is when Randyll Tarly told Jaime that his armies had cleared out the granaries, and they were in the process of getting the nearby farmers to turn over their current harvests. Everything went well as Cersei planned until Dany ambushed the Lannisters. She burned all of the precious food stocks, which were supposed to reach King's Landing. Dany could have seized them to feed her army, but Drogon was in full rage mode and ended up destroying the entire convoy. King's Landing desperately needs those supplies which Dany had wiped out. Because of this, Cersei is going to have a hard time fulfilling the provisional needs of her people. She could ask the other noble houses for supplies, but that won't help her, because winter has already arrived and it will be difficult to farm in this cold weather. Plus, the Great War is coming and they will need food for the fighting men, so they would prefer to keep the grains for themselves.
How much do we have?
4,000 bushels, my lady.
What does that mean?
For the current occupants of the castle, it's enough food for a year, perhaps more.
What's the longest winter in the past 100 years?
I'm not entirely certain. I'll check Maester Lewin's records. He kept a copy of every Raven scroll.
You're telling me we don't have enough food, especially not if the armies of the north come back to defend Winterfell.
No, my lady, most likely not.
Even if Cersei sends her men to Highgarden again to get provisions, they won't be able to get the right amount of stocks because the farmers had already turned over their harvests. She could import them from the free cities. For that, she needs gold, which she would have already spent by hiring the Golden Company and paying the crown's debt to the Iron Bank. So I predict Cersei will fail to solve the food shortage problem, and as a result, famine will severely hit King's Landing. Imagine the scenario when people starve. There will be chaos. Looting and violence will spread across the city. Back in Season 2, we have seen a glimpse of people's reaction when the Crown didn't produce enough food to feed the large population in King's Landing. A riot broke out when the royal family was on their way back to the Red Keep. Then King Joffrey was assaulted by an angry mob. A priest was brutally killed by starving men. Rioters pinned down Sansa in a stable before the Hound rescued her. So you can imagine this type of scenario in Season 8. Tyrion has already warned Cersei that a situation like this would arise one day, so he advised her to concentrate more on the small folks.
You're losing the people. Do you hear me?
The people. You think I care?
You might find it difficult to rule over millions who want you dead. Half the city will starve when winter comes, the other half will plot to overthrow you.
As a queen, she should find resources, import the supplies, and make sure everyone in the city is fed enough. We all know that she won't do such kinds of things because she despises the common people. She won't even care if they starve to death. Lady Tyrell once said, "The people are hungry for more than just food. They crave distractions, and if we don't provide them, they'll create their own, and their distractions are likely to end with us torn to pieces." Her words are true. Winter has arrived, and if the people in King's Landing starve, they will plot to overthrow Cersei. They won't even hesitate to kill her. If Cersei thinks she is safe in the Red Keep, then she is stupid. Nothing can stop the furious people from vandalizing it. Even the men who are protecting Cersei will turn against her if they're not well fed. They've already tired of the continuous wars, so they might abandon her when the whole city marches to the Red Keep. At this point, she would have lost her child, and there will be no one left for her. so she could care less about the people who want her dead. I believe she will command her loyalists to burn King's Landing down to the ground, and when people try to overthrow her, that's when the little brother will kill her. Jaime killed the Mad King to stop him from destroying the city. Likewise, the prophesied little brother will kill Cersei to save innocent people. In the House of the Undying, Dany enters the charred remains in the Great Hall of the Red Keep covered in snow. This could be Cersei's attempt to demolish the Red Keep. Here's my question to you guys. Who do you think is the little brother? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe.